The French Gimlet is like the gimlet's French cousin, more refined, cultured, a little bit flash but sophisticated, with its flowery St-Germain thing going on. But we all know when it goes off in the boozer, the British Gimlet will be ironing people out left, right and centre with a set of keys fashioned as a knuckle duster. And by the end of the night, we end up in a cell or passed out in a shop doorway, whilst the French Gimlet goes back home to a cheese and charcuterie board and a fine selection of wines. The ingredient lineup. Gin, we're going to go for a Plymouth gin, which I think goes exceptionally well with the next ingredient, St-Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur. Then we have lime as our sour component. Let's kick this one off by adding 2 ounces, that's 60 ml of gin to our shaker. Follow this up with 1 ounce, that's 30 ml of St-Germain. Then lastly add half an ounce, that's 15 ml of fresh lime juice. Add ice and shake for around 10 to 15 seconds. History wise, this is a more modernised riff on the gimlet, using a common set of ingredients which are often paired up together, and obviously not using a lime cordial which you often see in a traditional gimlet. As I'm not a big St-Germain fan, don't know how many times I've mentioned this on here, so I've gone towards the Simon Difford's ratios, as a lot of recipes are calling for around 1.5 ounces of St-Germain, and I just think that's too overkill. Double strain into a coupe glass, and I'm going to garnish this with a lime wheel. The taste test. I'm actually surprised by this one. I didn't have high hopes for it initially, as I thought the St-Germain would completely overpower the drink. But it's actually quite refreshing. The Plymouth works great. It's very clean and smooth with a bit of a juniper hint towards the end. I would perhaps add some grapefruit bitters or up the amount of lime juice to suit my tastes. It would make a better spring cocktail in my opinion, but it's easy to drink, easy to make, and quite nice on the palate. I'm going to give this a 6.8 out of 10.